Hi lovelies, good evening. I am Jenny Lurea with Origami Owl, Independent Designer 1186, and this video I am going to be answering a question that I received from Nicole today earlier, and she had asked me, can you give me a little bit about Origami Owl, the business, from a mom's perspective? And I thought, you know what, that is so timely because on the way home from a drive with my son, I was thinking, you know what, I should do something for Mother's Day and talk about Origami Owl, how it's been a blessing to me and my kids and my family, especially just reflecting on the things I have been up to as a mother this past year. So, but then I'm like, I told my team I wasn't going to do any videos, I wasn't going to work, and I was going to stay off the computer. But I thought about it and I shoved it, to the side, and then I get her email. So Nicole, this is for you. You had asked from a mother's perspective, what do I see the business as? And I can honestly say that this business, like you gave me a whole rundown of everything that you've done. And just like you, we have so many things in common. And one of them is that we're very entrepreneurial and that we're a go getter. And whatever it is, we're going to try it, achieve it, and work at it. And, but that moment came in our life when, you have your baby and your whole life, your whole heart just changes and you just want to be with them. So now you're going to turn that drive and that knowledge that you currently have, and turn it into something that is going to work for you and your baby. Ever since I've had my daughter 6 years ago, I was one of those girls that was like, I was telling my boss, yeah, I'm going to be back. Like in 6 weeks, I'll be right here. I'm going to, just be kicking butt like I always did. And I also was working within the real estate field and, helping people find homes. And as the time grew closer and closer, and realizing that my baby's 4 weeks, 5 weeks, turning 6 weeks old, and I was crying my butt off. Like I was just like, I can't leave this person that was in me for 40 weeks and now give it to someone for over 8 hours to take care of. Like she is a part of me. So anyway, with that came the whole desire to like find an alternative way to bring in money, because ultimately that's why we work. We need to bring in money. We need to have food and provide for our babies. So ever since then, I've been on this whole thing of like searching, searching, searching. Yeah, just like you, I've done a lot of other businesses, basic things from home, like regular jobs from home, and also direct sales from home, and did okay with them and stuff like that. But when I came across Origami Owl, and just like as you've noticed with the orders that you saw coming in for that rep that you had bought from, it definitely was like an eye opener. I heard the stories of people and I saw the products for myself, and I was like, this is something that I could definitely do. And so just like you, I was at your position in December 2011. Finally, I joined in January 2012. Business from a mother's perspective. This business, like I said, I've done other ones. This business was the easiest one to do out of all of them. I don't have to ask or beg for a party. I don't have to do little games or tricks to get people to book parties with me. They just do. I mean, you could do all those things that are, taught and recommended, and, say all those lines that supposedly, bring in team members and, increase sales, increase parties, increase whatever. Like you've heard them all, because you said you've been with other companies. But I mean, I personally don't have to do that. People naturally want to buy from me. People naturally want to book parties and without doing any of that. And so, from my perspective, again, I can't guarantee it be the same thing for everybody else, and because everything differs. But for me, you asked me, and my answer is that it's been really good for me as a mother. And I don't know if you've already seen my video on me mentioning that I didn't even have a car. Like I couldn't even do the parties, and my husband worked a lot, and we had that one car, and it was always with him at his work. And so I just, with all these things and all these so-called obstacles, I'm still able to grow with Origami Owl. I was still able to earn money with Origami Owl, still do sales with Origami Owl, and it's just been amazing. So from a mother's perspective, this is very doable. Also, like you simply wear the product and you go to like a play date, you go to like to the store, you do your errands, you go to the park, and you don't go to sell anybody on it, but you just go and wear it. And from time to time, somebody will ask, "What is that? Where'd you get that? What is that?" And just casually, I say, "Oh, it's Origami. Oh, have you ever heard of it?" So it's not like, I don't give them a 30-second commercial because it's like, whoa, whoa, Nelly, that's just too much. But I mean, that increases and over time and over relationships and things like that. Like, it really does work with your circle as you go about your day to day being a mom. Like, this business really does work. So now your question also after this one was, how much time do I put into this business? And honestly, the time that you put into this business is really up to you. I mean, I've heard people, putting in like, well, they say they only put in like 6 hours, 10 hours, and they make X amount of money. Some people say, do it on your own free time, flexible hours, flexible this, do that. And that is true, and that's what a lot of us in direct sales have been taught to say. But you've asked for my perspective, like, what's the real deal? And I honestly say that you put in ultimately what you want to get out of it. And with that, I mean, you put in the hours, you're going to get more out of it. You put in less hours, you're probably not going to get more out of it. But with that said, also when you put in the hours, you got to be putting the hours into the right things, because I think what people mistake is that if they put in, let's say 10 hours a week for their business because they've been told that 9 to 12 hours is all you need. If you're spending all 9 hours on Facebook just trying to like spam the groups and the boards and stuff, your business is probably not going to go that far, because first off, that's not your market. That's not your way of, that's not how you make money in general. It's really about you getting yourself out there and being a real business person, because this is a real business. You go out there and market yourself, market your products, because people buy from you. They don't really buy the product. Like, they don't really need another product, but the Origami Owl is just so darn cute. People will buy it like they need it like yesterday. But in all overall though, with any business, with anything that you're involved in, people buy because of you. And if you're not putting yourself out there, if you're not marketing yourself, your products, your services, business is not gonna come. And Facebook, I see people just, that's all they do. Like, they're all on Facebook. I see them on my feeds like every 2 minutes, like they're posting something about their product on Facebook. And then they wonder why they're not growing business, and then they wonder why, and even I wonder why they're like on their 10th or 20th company within the last 5 months. And it's because they think that there's a magic product, or they think that there's a magic something that they haven't found yet, and that therefore, they just keep moving on from one company to another. But anyway, kind of moved away from my point there. But yeah, it's all about doing the right thing at the right time, and just the best way, and delivering it to the right people. So if you do the right things, you could be spending less time, making greater returns financially and in business wise, as far as like growing a team and everything else, because you're doing the right things.